Another man done gone. Another man done gone from the county from another.
It's Jax. What up, Dollars? Let's go.
Martin Luther had a dream, but Freddy Krueger had a Ruger. Ex-Malcolm out the picture, so now we back to the future. Now we back to these losers embracing death like they used to. Poking out they chest, but listen, son, now you leaking that future. So who's the shooter? Is it your man? Or was it a fan? Or was it a stand? I would beg to differ. In hindsight, I bet you he say he was not a nigga. Plus Biggie Smalls was just minding his business, yo. Smoking in Optimo. Somebody got to drop the homie Biggie has got to go. And they couldn't stop it, no, I wish that they could. Yeah, the world needs change, but man, I wish that we would. So why the long frown? A man harmed from a 4 pound. His blood ripples on the floor from the war sound. His mama sitting at the wake, hoping the Lord's found. Another dead, another gone now. Damn.
Another man done gone. Another man done gone from the county from another.
George Eliot said that it's best to be what you wanna be. Fucking do what you wanna do, so I do what I wanna do. Bet you did it to floss. Bitch, I did what I wanted. Bet you did it and lost. Bitch, I did it and won it. Shit, I'm never coming back. Listen, I just wanna rap. Gee, I told you all of that. On about a dozen tracks. I don't give a fuck. I just wanna rap. Spitting fire on this track like a fucking Thundercat. Plus this mic is bleeding rojo. This shit is a no-no. Rolling in that low-low. Plus I'm from that Baltimore. Need a folk, smoking on my logo. Ready for the wall, and we so silly with the flow. Somebody got a ropo. Heard the lanes, and I swear they so too much love for the fame just to go broke. You said think I had the rap game in the chokehold. Never think I got the whole world in a rope. Gotta think of damn dog, you crazy. Is he the next Jay-Z? My crystal ball is hazy, but I don't know, maybe.
Welcome back to the Insanity Check podcast. We're back after having a little time off. We had a little event we went to. Nothing big, nothing. We'll talk about it in a minute. But we are back here, and joining me here is no stranger to the MTR Network. I have the host of Unanimous Decision on the MTR Network. I have Dpalm. What's going on, man?
I'm coming here with my gloves up, man.
What, man?
I spent all morning unplugged. I go get my laptop to come record with you, and I go on Twitter, and the only mention I've had all morning is you saying that you yelled to the Googles out loud and how much I'm going to hate you for this podcast.
Man, don't worry about that, man. Probably an old tweet.
It was from less than an hour ago, Chris.
Maybe it was a draft that I saved a long time ago and it just came out. Hey, don't worry about it, man. Don't worry about that.
I got a feeling it's not that.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Hey, listen. Right. Have I ever led you astray?
Yes.
Okay, that's a valid point. All right.
What kind of question is that?
Okay, you're valid there. You got a point there. But let's not talk. Let's lower that guard a little bit. Let's talk about what happened last weekend. We had NegroCon with everybody from the MTR, literally everybody from the MTR network. We had Rod and Karen from the Black Eyed Tips. We had the Where's My 40 Acres crew there. We had Deirdre, Twan, Phenom. They got Ashley on stage. But listen, when I tell you that was the most fun I've had. We've done events. We've done events. You were with us last year. You did, the Awesome Con event we did when we did the nostalgia thing. I do. I have thousands of hours of podcasting at this point. Let's just keep it real.
Right.
All right. This was something different. This was because, like I said, this was me being with family. Like, y'all are family. Like, and it was great to have this event with everyone who has helped make the MTR Network what it is, who's basically helped make Black podcasting what it is with all of us. All of us, and the way we get there, we were supported by other Black podcasters that were there. Somehow we ended up getting interviewed by the Undefeated. I still don't understand how. I'm still at this point until something comes up, then they post something about that. I'm gonna assume that I was just drunk and made that all up.
That was until something goes up, it was a great prank.
Yeah, it was a great prank. Whoever did that was a great prank. Thank you very much. Right, and I'm just gonna assume that because I was so drunk, I don't remember. I don't remember details, but no, it literally was a great event. I know I was running. Phenom and I were pulling double duty. We did our show and we did photos. So, but they were great photos. We got some. I mean, these might be the best photos.
Amazing.
These are the best photos I've ever taken. I have no problem saying that. I am not the photo guy. Phenom is, but these are the best photos I have ever taken. Again, I love the fact that we had non-black people there too. But listen, I love the fact that there was a bunch of black people. I do, just because
the blackest.
It was the blackest event I've like. It was just so good. I want to shout out to everybody with their shirt game too.
Strong shirt game.
Shout out to Ty for his smiling Kriss face.
Best shirt of the night. Ty, easy.
But yeah, no, the shirt game was just amazing. I'm literally going to go to Nike and get that equality shirt. Like I had no. I mean, granted, they want $30
when he
for
said
it.
Nike, I was like, word.
Amazed. Like basically, somebody had like. Yeah, the rainbow equality shirt. And I was like, where'd you get that from? He's like, Nike. I'm like, what? Now, granted, Nike wants like $30 to $40 for it, but I might drop it for that, yo. I might. They might get me for my dollars, yo. So, yeah, might happen. But literally, it was such a surreal night, and I wouldn't have wanted to do it with a greater group of people. Like, I know from how that night went, when we do this again, it will be bigger and it might not be as intimate. So, and that's why I'm glad that we only limited tickets to, I think we did about 125, 150 people. I'm glad we did that the first time.
It'll never be that again, but I'm so glad we got what it was.
Yeah, I needed it to be that way for the first time because, not gonna lie, got a little emotional, man. It was an emotional time because. Like, this is real. Like, I've been doing this a long time, and when you tangibly get people sitting there listening to you and coming up and telling you, "Oh, you changed my life," like that's a lot, man. And I appreciate it, and it's what keeps us going.
Here, but you're right. That's one of the ones I'm like, oh wow.
Yeah, I mean, it's the thing that keeps you going, and like I said, we wouldn't be here without the fans, and I'm so glad the event went well. We're working on trying to see when the next event's gonna be. As soon as we get information, we'll let you guys know. But just know that it let's say somehow happens, we don't get another one in this year. It will happen again. We will be doing this again, and hopefully it'll be bigger. And we have a lot of big plans we want to do, and. I think our fans and the other podcasts that we associate with, there's so many great things we can do. I mean, we limited it to MTR Network, Where Time 40 Acres, and the Black Eyed Tips, but, there were so many other black podcasts there in that group who have always supported us. And voices you always hear on all of our shows. Like, this is going to be something that can literally be, a weekend or an entire week of things that we can do, and there's a lot of things we want to do. It really is. I mean, this was family. I mean, we say family amongst, the podcasters, but even the fans, y'all are family. Look, we just got the store up maybe a couple weeks ago. There were still at least 2 or 3 people there that had MTR shirts on. And, like, that is huge to me. Like, it's one thing when these shirt designs, I have almost all of them myself because fuck it, it's my company, it's the MTR. I'm gonna be going out to places, interviewing people. I'm gonna be repping MTR. I gotta wear these shirts. But it's another thing when I'm sitting there and I see somebody with the MTR NWO logo shirt. That is just, that's something there that makes me go, damn. So it's not just in my head.
What got me is that someone was wearing that shirt and mine hadn't gotten to me yet. I was like, yo, they got theirs before me? The fuck? That was my design. What?
Right, yeah. Yeah. I mean, people did not waste any time with that. So, listen, like, this is, it was great. So even if you weren't there physically, like, it mattered. Like, your support is what push us to do this. And like I said, we're working on different things to figure out a way to get there. We did not record this one. I'm hoping in the future, maybe at some point, we'll be able to do paid streams. So if people can't physically be there with us, we can do a paid stream. I mean, we have a lot of ideas of what we can do going forward, so we can get more and more people involved in this. Because, like I said, I think it's just fun. I mean, it was just fun. The venue was great. The people there loved it. There's a funny story about this. So, and I didn't do this on purpose. I never told the venue what the name of the event was. I never told them it was called NegroCon. That explains
a lot, Kriss.
Huh?
That explains a lot.
Well, so it wasn't done on purpose. It wasn't on some, well, I can't tell these white people that it's NegroCon, or it wasn't even like that. Literally, when we booked the venue, we didn't have a name for this. I just told them, I was like, listen, we have 3 different podcasts are coming in here. We want to do a little, we want to do do our shows there. We don't know. We don't even, at that time, we didn't even have the format. I didn't know it was going to be all of it at the same time in one big show. I didn't know it was going to be 3 different I didn't no idea what the format was. So that's what we want to do. We need this equipment. We need to be able to do this in this space. And how long can you give it for? And they were like, oh, we can give it to you for 4 hours or longer. I was like, oh, well, in that case, okay, let's do it. And we went from there. It wasn't until I want to say a week later, once I had signed the paperwork and everything, I was like, hey, now that we signed the paperwork and we have the venue, hey guys, what do you want to call this? And that's when Rob was like, call it NegroCon.
It resulted in the funniest email chain of the year.
Yeah, it really was the funniest email chain, because it was like, Rob was like, NegroCon, and everybody was like, well, we're not going to top that one, so I guess we're going with that.
It was the shortest debate ever.
Yeah.
Rob come to NegroCon like Big Joker.
Yeah.
Like, well, you've been waiting on this happen. You waiting for someone to ask you.
Right. He really was. And I was just like, I was like, well, we're not going to top that one, so I guess we're going with NegroCon then, aren't we, guys? And everybody was like, yeah, that's where it is. And that's how NegroCon came about. And so, and at that point, we already had the venue, so there was no need to go back to the venue and tell them, hey, yeah, we're calling it NegroCon, by the way. So it didn't happen. So we get there, and we're setting up, and I saw that we had, I think Jose did this design for the NegroCon thing that had all our logos in it. So we had a way of hooking up my laptop to all the screens. So I was like, oh, well, you know what would be kind of cool if you put the NegroCon logo on all the screens while we wait, right? So I did that, and that's when the sound guy was like, and he's a black guy, he was like, yo, what is this? This is a reasonable question. He was like, they didn't tell me that y'all were doing this. I was like, yeah, it was kind of our fault. We didn't really tell anybody.
That's the thing, is that we didn't tell them, so yeah, how would they know?
Yeah, it's like, yeah. Well, the other thing too is, like, when I talked to Lee with the lady who I did most of the work, and then Brett was the one that helped us the day before and the day of. They didn't even really know what podcasting were. Neither one of them. So when we were like, yo, we're doing podcasts, they're like, well, okay, is that like, what is that? Is that like radio? Is it like comedy? I was like, yeah, a little bit of both. You know, they didn't know what podcasting was. So it was just like, they didn't know. They just wanted, hey, look, can you guys make the food and drink limit? And if so, then we're good. You know, and
you got the space.
And we
hit
definitely
the number,
made that.
You're good.
And we definitely hit that number. I think we hit the number after, like, midway through Phenom and then Where's My 40 Acres. Like, we had already hit the number. So yeah, we smashed that. So again, thank you guys very much. You know, for, you know, again, killing the stereotype that black people do not tip and do not buy anything. We definitely destroyed that bullshit ass stereotype there. So, yeah, it was great. And like I said, you know, this kind of thing is what makes us want to keep going forward and keep working on this kind of stuff. And it's really what helps us going. You guys give us confidence to go forward and do these things, you know. And we plan on doing that. We're gonna keep working on this and keep planning stuff out and see what we can do. Because like I said, it's important, and again, it means a lot. Like, I think it means more than anybody. It means more than I think the fans can understand, really.
Right.
Because a lot of work went in. I mean, the amount of, to put it in perspective of what this meant just to us as a podcast. I mean, it's great. Again, you know, hey, being able to have our own event and make some money off of it, that's great. But beyond, like, way beyond, like, the money thing is such a small thing to us at this point. This is the first time the Where's My 40 Acres crew ever did a show live together. I think Ashley and Deirdre met for the first time that weekend, right? Shannon and the Doctor had never met. I mean, again, these opposite coasts doing, Supergirl reviews and doing Super Tuesday reviews. They were basically, I call them the dynamic duo, as they basically did our press coverage for AwesomeCon that weekend together. They took pictures. They have plenty more coverage coming out. I think they're going to do they're going to record a show talking about some of the stuff, and I think they have some more interviews set up. So they have all that stuff coming out there. First time they've ever physically met. This is only the third time I've met Rod and Karen. I met them once last year, first time, and then when I went to North Carolina earlier this year to do voiceover work with Dexter. So this is the third time. I've known them for years. Only the third time
we've met.
Mm-hmm. Second time we've met. Like, that's what this is to us. I mean, again, everything else is great. Love seeing the fans, stuff like that. This was an opportunity for us all to come together. I think this was the first time I think Rod and Karen met Phenom. Because Phenom wasn't there with us last year. The first time you met Phenom, right?
The first time I met Phenom.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, that's what this meant to us. I mean, this was an opportunity for family to come together. And we came together, like, put it this way, if you saw us, you would never think that this was our first time meeting some of each other.
First time I met Jax.
Oh, yeah, shit, yeah. Jax was on the show. No? Everybody always hears Jax's song on the Insanity Check. We play it. Other thing too, Jay, the sound guy, he loved, like, that's when it really hit him what we were doing. I played Jax's music as a warm up. He was like, I'm feeling this. What is this? First time a lot of people met Jax. It's like, I mean, that's what this is. I mean, it was an important thing for us to get together. It was like a family reunion. And that's why this means so much. And there's not a group of people I would rather have done this with. Like, I couldn't have done this with anybody else other than the group of people we did it with first. I mean, I'm ecstatic to bring in more people and more people in there. Shit, first time I got to meet Aaron from Black Astronauts, yo. Aaron's my dude, yo. Like, he looks out for me. Like, I said this on Facebook. There was that one time when he just randomly called me one day on some, hey man, we just need to check up with each other, make sure everything's okay. And I needed that at that time, and so got to see that. Justin from 3/5 is there, it's just, all this stuff, it matters, and it was a big deal, and I'm really glad that we pulled it off with everybody there, and I'm really, really excited for the future.
I'm with you. I'm excited for it to grow. I'm excited for it to change. I'm really glad we got this one off.
Yeah. This is
gonna grow. It's gonna change. This one mattered, man.
Yeah, it did. And I'm also really, 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 really tired. This entire week,
tired.
Tired. Whew, I had plans to start getting into shape for San Diego Comic-Con. That did not happen this week. Way too tired to go to the gym.
Wasn't the week for it. It's not the week for it.
Not the week for it. Not the week for it. That will be coming up starting today and the rest of the week coming up. But yeah, this entire week I was tired because I wanted to take off Monday, but I needed all my vacation time because I changed jobs for San Diego and New York. So yeah, I had to power through on Monday, and that was rough. But rough but worth it. Rough but worth it. So yeah, folks, thank you guys very much for this. Thank you guys very much for supporting, and keep it up. Everything you do supports, whether it's coming to NegroCon, whether it's coming, getting into premium, buying a shirt from the store, downloading, the free shows, like all that stuff matters. It really does. It really helps out, helps keep us going. And yeah, please. I know several people email me about it too, and I'm sorry I just haven't been able to get back. Like I said, I've literally been barely keeping above water this entire week.
Yeah, I'm eventually, is a week where responsibilities are on.
Yeah.
The most crucial ones are getting met. The rest are very much in doubt.
Yeah, I mean, like, look, I didn't get a break because, like, shit, I forgot. I thought everything started on Friday. It didn't. It started on Thursday because we had I had to go to work Thursday, but I had a screener for Baby Driver in DC, and it's just been one complete, just like, I haven't had a chance to get a break, and I'm not going to. Like, I always say summer's a break for it, so there's no shows. Somehow that never turns out to be true. Never turns out to be true. Never at all. So again, thank you guys very much for that. All All right, some housekeeping stuff to get out of the way right now. This show is being sponsored by Susan Berry, the Pool Law Firm. Susan was at NegroCon, and one special thanks to her. I love, again, shirt game proper for everybody out there. I think she has a Don't Let Your President Get Your Ass Whooped shirt on. The Pool Law Firm is located in Silver Spring, Maryland. Susan Berry and Troy Pool are excellent attorneys in the Maryland, D.C. area. They are from the D.C. and Maryland area. So if you're in the DMV, please check them out. And if somehow some racist person does say something shit to you and you do punch them in the mouth, you might need an attorney. So definitely hit up Susan. Please head over to the wonderful website. It's www.thepoollawfirm.com. That's pool with an E, P-O-O-L-E, lawfirm.com. Number 301-585-3014. Also, check out tweakedaudio.com for all your earbuds and headphone needs. Put the code in reviews, and you get 33% off. Free shipping, free lifetime warranty off any earbuds and headphones. I'm always losing earbuds, so this is also a great thing to get. So please check them out and get 33% off. And again, other ways to support the MTR network. Talked about it before. MTR Premium. I believe we're at 7 episodes already up this month. I ended up having a little mess up with molecules and shit, so I ended up just putting up all 3 molecules and shit episodes I had. So there are 3 new episodes of Cokie and P-Funk talking science shit. They should be the right order now. Go and find them, listen to them. All 3 episodes are up. I still have a comic book club on the first 3 volumes of Saga, and I have a Hell No Cupid with Aaron from Black Astronauts I put up. And I know there's will be some other premium shows coming soon as well that we're going to plan out, and if they haven't already been recorded, and we'll get those up as well.
I got to get on Hell No Cupid.
Dude, we're going to talk. That's on the list of things. Yeah, after what we had that conversation about, I don't believe in dinosaurs with somebody you date. That's going to happen. We're going to get, in the next month or 2, we're going to get Dpalm on Hell No Cupid. Also, we got to get you on before you get married anyway, because
exactly. I got to
get it all out of your system right. Just let it all out. Let it all out. So we definitely get that going there. Again, MTR Premium. It's $8 a month. It's a great way. Make sure you're always going to have some content to listen to. And it supports the show. It goes to everything that we're doing on the MTR network. Is how we're able to get a lot of the stuff we're able to get done. Because, I mean, even for some of the stuff for NegroCon, we had to put money up front, and I used the funds that we get from MTR Premium to put that money up front. So being able to do that, I'm able to, pay for our hotels when we go to San Diego Comic-Con. I can, supplement some of the all the shows now should have a mixer, and it's because of money that we got from you all. I was able to buy equipment to give out to everybody who's doing a show. Matter of fact, Jax needed a mixer, and that's what he was waiting on. Jax was like, "Yeah, man, I want to get the new show together, but all my equipment is back on the West Coast." I'm like, "Well, dude, I have mixers. I bought mixers for the group. We can do this. We can make this happen." And so that's how we're getting that. And Jax's new show is going to be out. I'm texting him now to find out if I can get him on the show on the 8th to officially announce it for everybody. Hopefully he'll hit me up before the show ends. And we'll get Jax on here to talk more about his new show coming to the network. Which, hey, we're just expanding here. So we again there, and again, if you have a premium account and you are having problems listening to or downloading your episodes, hit me up, email me, and we'll work that out. Because I know a lot of times some people sign up, but they don't get their phone set up, or they don't have a good way to listen. Like, hit me up and we'll work that out. I have no problem. Everybody's always email me when they have problems. Email me. The email is support@mtrnetwork.net. Email that and we'll get you the help you need to make sure your episodes are there, because there's plenty of materials out there. One thing I might do this weekend, I'm hoping to do it this weekend since I'm only doing 2 shows this weekend. I might start doing previews for premium shows again. So what we're going to do is we're going to start a new feed. It'll have previews of certain episodes, so you can get a taste of what you're missing. So if you're not a premium member, we're going to show you why you want to be a premium member, and we'll get some of those out there on not only the main feed but also on YouTube, which I think a lot of people are starting to listen to us on YouTube as well. That's great. Listen, at this point, I don't really care where you listen to us at. I don't care if you listen to us on Facebook from the Facebook videos. Don't care if you listen to us through your phone, through the regular podcast feed, or YouTube. As long as you're listening to us, that's great. Also, another way to support us, the store.mtrnetwork.net has some really great designs out there by Jamie, which, by the way, shout out to Jamie Hill from Zoo Design Works. Go to zoodesignworks.com. You'll be able to find some of the Negro, and go to the store. You'll find he had 3 NegroCon prints that they did. They weren't shirts. I think he's going to eventually try to do shirts, but he just did little posters for them. Sold them out. Could not get a physical copy anymore. You now have to go onto a store to buy them. They're $15. They look really, really nice. Like I said, again, not making this shit up, they sold out. Like, they were gone.
I selfishly bought 2 of each print.
Yeah. Yeah. And he's the one that did all of our designs on the store. So, check out what he's got going on over there. If you need a designer or something like that, hit him up. He's great to work with. So please check him out. Shop at our store, store.mtrnetwork.net, or go to, and I'm probably what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to put a link to Jamie's store in our store too, because like I said, I cannot thank him enough for not just the shirt designs, but just being an eye to look over some of the design work I was doing on the site as well. So Jamie's been really, really, really helpful for everything he's done for that. I think he's been working with me for like over a year. Matter of fact, because he approached me last year when we were at AwesomeCon, and I've been working with him ever since then. So yeah, reach out to him, look at his stuff, sign up for his stuff, and please help. It's great. Support the people that support us, and I think that was the thing that made me so happy about NegroCon. Like, supporting us was great, but then everybody else who was around us got support too. So Jamie got support. The bartenders were well taken care of that night. Like, that's what I like. I like seeing that when we come into a place, not only do we do well for ourselves, but we can make other people around us do well as well. I think that's big. So, yeah, that's it. Again, youtube.com/MTR Network. You can go to our site. Subscribe. I want people to start subscribing there. Subscribe now because, one, I'm going to try to start putting up some of our old, our leftover videos and stuff like that from previous cons. But we're coming up on San Diego Comic-Con. And when we come up on San Diego Comic-Con, you guys know we get a ton of videos coming out. So, and interviews and stuff like that. So go ahead, subscribe now, and keep your eyes out for that. We're going to have a lot of stuff coming out onto the network there. And, yeah, I think that is about it.
It's a lot.
It was a lot. I mean, like I said, the first thing, again, I just can't stress enough, it's great. It's great to hear from and see everybody at NegroCon. It was unbelievable time. So everything there. So, all right, let's move on to some other stuff here. Okay, here we go. We're going to start off. I'm going to try to alternate between serious and not serious and stuff like that and try to keep it going here. But I saw this one story, and I feel like this is definitely an insanity check story here. And I had to wait on it first because I was like, it can't be real. But it turned out it was real. Whipped cream dispenser reportedly explodes, kills fashion blogger Rebecca Berger. French authorities are investigating the death of fashion blogger reportedly hit by exploding whipped cream canister that was drawn from the market in 2013, officials in the company that makes the product said on Thursday. The prosecutor office in the eastern city of Mulhouse said that an investigation is underway into Saturday's death of Rebecca Berger and whether the faulty siphon on the high-pressure canister used to make and dispense whipped cream was at fault. The prosecutor would not comment on a pending investigation. She got killed by a whipped cream dispenser.
What else would have possibly been at fault? I mean, if she died the way the story intimates that she died, what else could have gone wrong? I don't think it's that complicated of a machine. There aren't that many moving parts. I suspect it was a faulty. I'm going to go ahead and make that leap.
So she's a fitness model and blogger, and she obviously works. I'm seeing the picture of her. obviously works out. So there's only one conclusion I can come to on this one, and that is, people are wrong. Cheat days will kill you.
No, people are even wronger. Working out is stupid. She worked all the fitness she could and was killed in a freak accident.
Like, when I say that when I first saw this art, I was like, okay, that's fake news. Like, I literally went with this, okay, guys, this is getting out of fucking hand. Putin and them.
Came from, you were like, these aren't real sites. Right. And then, like, CNN had it. Wait a second.
I'm reading USA Today, and it was like, wait a minute. Are you fucking serious right now? A whipped cream dispenser? And the worst thing about it, like on her Instagram, she literally has a picture of her whipped cream dispenser. First of all, I didn't know that this was a thing. I didn't know they sold whipped cream dispensers.
I'm learning a lot through this article.
I thought you just bought Cool Whip and called it a day.
I thought that was, you say whipped cream to me, that's what whipped cream means.
Right. It's just like this. So this goes back to the whole fitness blogger thing. Like when they're like, well, no, I make my own whipped cream. Like, no, it seems like too much work and it could kill you. So, no.
You know what? I take it back because Susan made something once and made her own whipped cream, and she was very impressed with herself. And I was like, you could have just bought it.
What?
And so she got mad at me, and I was like, no, you don't understand. You could have just bought it. She's like, no, but I made it. I'm like, yeah, I get it. You made it, but you could have just bought it.
But it's like whipped cream. Like, did it taste any different?
I had to say it did.
If you don't know by now, Susan's out of town.
Well, she's going to hear this.
She's going to hear this until you're going to get her told for that then. But right now, you have confidence.
It's fine. That was one I was willing to take. I'm okay with that.
I'm not gonna lie, but it's so true though. This is one of those things where people go, "Yes, I made my own." I'm like, "Yeah, but like, kind of different here. Not food, but my basement, right? Put the walls up myself, drywall, stuff like that. Did it myself. People are like, "Oh man, that's impressive." I'm like, yeah, but it was kind of stupid. It was like, why? I mean, you did it yourself. Don't you feel accomplished? I'm like, do you understand how long it took me and my dad to do this? Yeah. It's a lot of fucking work.
Chris, I'm in Atlanta, and it's been raining real bad, so the grass grows really fast. And so we were out of town last weekend, and these kids walked up and were like, hey, can I mow your lawn? I was like, no, I'm going to do it later today. And then like 20 minutes later, I was like, why did I tell those kids no?
Right.
I could have just paid them and been done with it.
Like, I think we've gotten to this point where we're like, we shame what we call laziness, but to me, I call it being efficient. It's like, if I pay somebody to come out here and put these walls up, yeah, I pay a little bit more, but I pay to not do it myself. Because when I put the walls up down here, like, not only, okay, so it was, yeah, great. I learned how to do it myself. Okay, do it all that. But look, it took me longer. Because one, it's not something I do every day. Two, it was just me and my dad. It's not putting up the walls that's the problem. It's the cleanup afterwards.
Yeah.
Which literally, for what happened was, for like 3 months after we got the walls up, and we still needed to sand, we just said, fuck it. We'll get to it eventually. And so literally my basement for the longest time, for literally like 6 months, was just unusable because I literally had a pile of trash sitting in the middle of the room with unpainted and unsanded walls. Because I was like, fuck that.
Well, it's because your life is busy. You have a lot of other shit that's more important to you than these walls, which is why just pay the kids to mow the lawn. I'm so mad at myself.
Right. It's just like, you don't. Yeah, it feels like an accomplishment at the time, but then you start realizing all the stuff. Like, you see your life flash before you're like, I could have been doing this. I could have been taking a nap.
Literally anything else.
Right, anything else. And the same thing goes with food. It's like, yeah, I made my own whipped cream. It's like, okay, but, like, okay, I made my own cake. Okay, yeah, I can go with that. That makes sense. All right.
Cake involves a lot of work. Like, I cook my own steaks. I do the whole thing, the size. I love doing that. That's a process.
I made my own.
To get you to a meal. I made my own condiments.
I made my own ketchup.
What if I said that to you? What would you say to me? You would think I was a crazy person.
Well, I made some GMO-free mustard. I'm like, just go to the store. I could have just gone to the store.
The kind in the bottle?
Oh, man. It's like people go,
Great Dpalm. I don't know if you're feeling fancy. made my own mustard, I'm going to hard pass on that.
Right. I got to draw a lot.
I'm going to go ahead and assume the mustard conglomerates have cornered the market on how to do mustard.
How much work went doing that? Okay. Yeah. So, yeah, man, I didn't understand. I didn't know that there were actual, whipped cream canisters that they sell. It seemed
that they sold. That's about to stop.
Dude, oh my goodness!
I have to think that it's one of those luxury items that it's such a low threshold use that if it's a 1 in a billion chance of this happening, you just don't do it. Like when they do car recalls, no one pays attention because they're like, I got to get to work. With this, it's like, I don't really need a whipped cream dispenser. If there's an off chance it might kill me, yeah, I'm not going to use it anymore.
And to be fair,
I feel like this should be an industry killer. If the whipped cream dispenser industry is more resilient to death, I'll be blown away.
Oh my god! Like they're selling one on Webster store, $55.99.
Well, okay, fine. I will allow restaurants should probably own them. Fine, whatever. For personal use, whipped cream dispensers, you're an asshole.
Like you're one of those.
I've gone from not knowing it existed to determining your worth as a human being in the span of one podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, you're officially an asshole if you don't want to.
This is like one of those people who go, well, no, I only eat brown eggs because they're just cage free. And are they? I just thought like it's eggs, like it's eggs.
Yeah, it's the kind of I'm not going to get into the people I don't like, but it's a long list. But they're on there.
Oh my god, yo! Like you're right. This should be an industry killer. Like this should be a thing.
This should end. I'm serious. Like there's no way anyone needs whipped cream dispensed that badly.
It's here's the crazy thing about it. It's already on Snoop's. They already because people are already asking, well, can it be real? Is it no, it can't be real.
Of course it's real.
Yeah. She died she actually technically died from a heart attack after it hit her in the chest and so again.
I'd have been so surprised that I had a heart attack. Yeah, I could see that.
Oh my god. You gotta think about
this. You know what this is? This is proof Darwin was right.
I've never wanted whipped cream that bad that I risked actually cardiac arrest for. Not eating the whipped cream, but from being hit. Like, how? Why is it that powerful?
I feel bad for her, honestly, because, like, of all the ways to die, of all the innocuous tools to kill you, really?
Well, that and the fact also that she's a fitness blogger and her last name is Burger. So that also throws me for a loop as well. There's just so much irony in the story that I am just like, there was no, like when I read it, it was like when you read that, the woman who, was selling, who leaked secrets, her name was Reality Winner. And you're like, get the fuck out of here. What the fuck?
I felt like at that point, Jay Leno's old joke writer taking over. I was like, he's running the universe now.
Like, no, you get the fuck out. So when I heard it was Rebecca Berger, I was like, oh, she's a fitness blogger? Sure, whatever. Then you start reading, like, oh, no, her name really was Berger, and she really did die.
This poor woman died.
Oh, my God.
This poor woman died.
Somebody really did die from this. Oh, my God.
And then you really feel terrible. Like, oh, God.
Right. Because your immediate reaction is to be an asshole because, come on, who the fuck dies from a whipped cream dispenser? Then you find out somebody, no, actually.
I'm not going to say you're wrong about this, Kriss. I'm not.
Then somebody goes, oh, no, actually, somebody did die from that. And you're like, oh, my God.
Oh. Yeah. It's oh, shit.
Right. It's just one of the things you're like, oh, my condolences. But, yeah. Sorry about that. So, oh, man. So, all right. Now on to some more stricter news. I'm entitling this. This has been a really bad week for justice. And I'm including last week in this as well because this stuff we did not want to cover. Because we were having so much good. I think the Philando Castile verdict for the cop who murdered him came down, I think, Thursday?
Friday.
It was one of the days, and I was just like, yeah, not dealing with it during NegroCon because I know my people need some time to just, like, decompress from this. So I don't think anybody really brought this up. But yeah, somehow, even though, caught on, Facebook, on video, found not guilty. And you find, one of the things that I hate about this has gotten to a point where it's a pattern, right? That when the event first happens, people go, "Oh, we need more information." And when I say people, I mean white people. We need more information. We don't have all the facts, right? And then there becomes a concerted effort by the police and the media to actually not release those facts. And the media never pushes hard to get those. Like, you never really hear about Freedom of Information Act requests or any. You never see this kind of the kind of hard-nosed reporting before, right? Except for into the victim and the victim's family, then you get that kind of reporting. But the cop is always a mystery, and then next thing you know, you blink and all of a sudden the cop is on trial. Because it's another thing too. The trial is never right when it happens. It always takes a while. So it always seems that it coincides when it's not in the news. And amazingly enough, this one happened around the same time of the Bill Cosby trial. So interesting, right? But immediately after the cop is found not guilty, you all of a sudden start getting the information that was said during the trial, which is never reported during the trial. After the trial, that comes out that shows you how guilty as fuck this person was.
Right.
I haven't seen this refuted, but I saw the image, and I haven't seen anybody come out and say, no, it was fake. I think he was photographed with wearing a Police Lives Matter bracelet. Did anybody come out and say that was fake?
No, I think it was real.
Yeah, so he's wearing a Police Lives Matter bracelet, and somebody pointed out that he didn't have it on during the time that he might have put it on after, like sometime in between shooting Philando Castile and when that photo was taken, which is mind-blowing. You have and I didn't watch it. I think a lot of black people just said, we're not watching this. You finally got the dash cam video from his partner's car about what happened, and from everything I've seen there, it makes it look even worse. You have the police video from inside the police car when I believe they handcuffed Diamond, and her daughter is basically trying to console her, which, again, another heartbreaking video. You had, and I don't think I have that one there, but at one point, what was it, the cop's name? Geronimo Yanez. I think he's a Latino man. He says something along the lines of, he smelled marijuana in the car, and so therefore, because Philando Castile is smoking marijuana in a car with his daughter in the back seat, if he doesn't care about his daughter and getting secondhand smoke from marijuana, what does he care about me? Which is some of the most outlandish and repugnant logic I've ever heard in my life.
It's not logic. It's bullshit coded fucking bingo thrown out there so people are like, oh, I saw why you shot her. Like, it's fuck no.
So I'm assuming that when this cop sees a white person smoking a cigarette in a car with kids in the back, he feels the same way because, cigarette secondhand smoke, right? Oh no, you don't. Okay. All right. So, yeah, it again, I'm not going to go too much more into that just because it's so fucking ridiculous. But I did come across an interesting article that kind of goes into how stacked the jury was against getting a verdict in a guilty verdict in this trial. So there were only 2 black people on this, on this, and these were Castile's peers. And I always find it weird that when they say a jury, your peers is always stacked for the defendant, and when there's a victim of the crime, they never seem to hit their own peers there to look after them, but that's weird. So here are the 2 black people that are on this jury, all right? Because again, and I'm going to go into how ridiculous this is. One was a young African-American man who works as a shift manager at Wendy's and a personal care attendant for his mom. He expressed some lack of faith in the criminal justice system and reportedly expressed a belief that the wealthy and powerful could get off in the legal system because they would just hire better attorneys. Jury 8 was an 18-year-old Ethiopian American who lived in the United States since age of 10. The Tribune notes that the defense tried to strike her due to unfamiliarity with the U.S. legal system, but the judge denied that attempt. All right, so those are only 2 black people on that civic. So, people are going to go, but, there were black people on the jury, and they all unanimously, went against not guilty. Think about the 2 black people that are on this jury, and then tell me they stood any chance against 10 other white people who said guilty. A
browbeat for days and hours.
A young black man who works as a shift manager at Wendy's and a personal care attendant for his mom. For his mom. All right? Taking care of his mom, too. All right? And then you have a 18-year-old Ethiopian American. What chance do these 2 stand? All right? And now let's go into who the white people are on the jury. All right. Jury number 2, an older white female who manages a White Bear Lake gas station that has a contract with the police. She had never heard of the Castile case. Liar. The judge denied an attempt by the prosecutor to strike her after it was revealed that she had a pro-police post on her Facebook page. One of those posts was heavily critical of NFL quarterback Colin Kaepernick, who began kneeling during national anthem last year to protest police shooting. She had forgotten about the post. Liar. Jury 3, a middle-aged white man whose wife works for the St. Paul School District as did Castile, but she did not know him. He lives very close to where Castile was shot and works as the number 1 guy at a small metal finishing shop. He said his father was a police chief and he grew up around law enforcement and has a nephew who's a police officer. He said it would be difficult for him to be unbiased. He has a permit to carry and said he knew to keep his hands visible during traffic stops. That's what they teach you, he said. Those are just 2 of the white people so far, all right? What chance did they have?
Ever.
Jury number 4, a middle-aged white male who had very little knowledge of the case. He said he owns a gun and called the criminal justice system a very fair process. Jury number 5, a middle-aged white female who works at an assisted living center and is highly active in church volunteer work. Says she heard about the shooting at the time it happened but knew little else. Her husband was carjacked at gunpoint 18 years ago. Says she had a high regard for the police. Jury number 6, a white male in his 40s who was the jury 4 person, a wellness coach for the last 7 years. He believes too many victimless crimes are prosecuted, including drug use and sex work. He believes marijuana should be legalized. He said he was somewhat isolated and knew nothing about the Yanez case. Yeah, okay. He probably would have voted for Obama a 3rd term too. So, a white female in her late 30s and early 40s who works as a nurse at the same hospital Yanez's wife, but says she did not know her. Interesting. Didn't know. Okay. She said that she watched Diamond Reynolds' Facebook videos, but did not seek out news about the case and knew a moderate amount about it. She's a member of a Harley motorcycle group. She said she was dissatisfied with how police responded to a call in 1996. Oh, okay. Jury number 9, a middle-aged computer support worker. She was not familiar with the Yanez case and said, "I'm thankful to have police officers. She believes in the right to own firearms, but added, I'm trying to stay away from them right now."
What?
Oh, okay.
Say that last part again.
She believes in the right to own a firearm, but added, "I'm trying to stay away from them right now."
Is that like cutting back on carbs? What the fuck is she talking about?
Maybe she's cutting back on,
How many guns was she around usually? And how is it a struggle to not be around them? Like, the temptation. Like, what?
Well, it's like me. It's like me, Dpalm. I'm trying to cut back on making my own whipped cream and using whipped cream dispensers. So it's kind of like that, Jury number 10, a middle-aged white male who is retired from pre-printing work. So he followed the news about the case on and off. Said he's seen Reynolds' Facebook video. She seemed overly calm, he said, on the juror questionnaire. He owns a handgun and hunts. She's overly calm. Did her daughter seem overly calm? And I don't remember her being overly calm because I believe her daughter was trying to calm her down and keep her from getting shot too. But, okay. Jury number 11. A middle-aged white male who owns several shotguns, long rifles to hunt pheasants. That's my fault. That's my bad. I tanked that one, but that was a good tank. I'm not gonna lie.
That's a great tank.
Pheasants. He hunts pheasants. A former business manager who now works in construction and remodeling and said in his questionnaire that the criminal justice system has its problems, but is the best in the world. Juror number 12. A middle-aged white male who moved to Minnesota 4 years ago to get a new start. He said he's a regular listener to, I guess, it says NPR here. I'm assuming he means NPR. Who knew a lot about the case. A pipe fitter. He took a permit to carry class 3 months ago. Keep your hands visible and do not do anything unless they tell you to. He said the permit to carry education on, traffic stop conduct. He believes minor criminal offenses snowball and trap people in the justice system. It seems like it's rigged against you, he said. Okay. Those are the white people that went against the 18-year-old Ethiopian and the Wendy's shift manager, black guy who had to take care of his mom. Tell me again that you see this jury and goes, they were going to find that cop guilty. They weren't. Wasn't going to happen. You know, it just, this is what you got to deal with. And that was
a lot.
Like I said, I mean, there are a lot of things you can dig into this case. I mean, people are going through a lot of the things Yanis said and just basically anti-black and just like things that should have been enough, and they wasn't. But and we always look at and talk about the idea of, you know, the judges, the district attorneys, the police and stuff. And I think all that's right. But I think we also need to start looking at the fact that these are juries of your peers and they don't mean us. Because these are, until white people get their shit together, this is never going to change. It's never going to change. Because, like, on video, he was dead ass wrong. And these white people still said, nah. Yeah. He was right. He felt fear for his life. You wonder why? Because in their mind, they put themselves in the shoe and going, I see a black guy. I smell weed. I'm going to assume the worst too. I feel it for my life too. That's where this comes from.
That's all it is. It's there, but for the grace of God, go I.
And let's not pretend that there isn't jury intimidation inside the jury room. Do not pretend that you know it wasn't used against this young man, black man who has a mother he's taking care of at home. That, hey, don't you want to just go home? Don't you want to just do this?
Who's taking care of your mom?
Right. Just go along with mom? Just go along with us. Go along with us, and you get to go home. Or an 18-year-old an 18-year-old Ethiopian woman who is 18 years old, filled with, again, look at the ages of the other people that were here. That might have been the youngest person there. Middle-aged white man, middle-aged white man, middle-aged white man, middle-aged white man, white female in 30s, late 30s to early 40s, white male in his 40s, middle-aged white female, middle-aged white male, middle-aged white male, older white female, 18-year-old Ethiopian woman, and a young African-American man. Think about that. Just age-wise.
Yeah.
All right? Outnumbered completely. Completely outnumbered. You just want to go home. You know you're not changing these white people's names, so what do? Sure, people will say, well, just stay there and deadlock the jury. Yo, who's taking care of your mom when you're home?
Right.
You know? And look, hey, who's to say that these are just the two black people who go, oh, well, I agree with it. Although somehow I don't believe that. You know?
I don't believe it at all.
Yeah, I don't. So yeah, it's just fucking ridiculous, right? This is why. So there's another story that came out this week, last week, and it was about. And here's the crazy thing: we actually talked about the story. I believe there was a great one. It was a white privilege one time. It was Otto Warmberger, or Bear, or whatever is how you say his fucking name. It was the young white male who went to North Korea, took the sign down, got sentenced to 15 years of hard labor. Apparently, the North Koreans really fucked him up, and he died.
Yep.
They brought him back, and they had beat him, and there's been an outcry of, I can't believe this happened. And listen, I still stand by saying it was great moments of white privilege. And I agree that he should not have been killed. And it's terrible what, North Koreans did.
Yes. I'm going to stay with you so far, yes.
But it kind of pisses me off that the same people that are I can't believe this is happening, are always quiet when the same thing. Like, how can you not believe that North Koreans could do that when it's North Korea? You get the same stories here in the United States. Like,
yeah, I mean, I'm not even kind of pissed off. It fucking infuriates me.
Yeah, I mean, like, and I felt like it goes back to like the whole thing with Steve. And I think we might have been on break when Steve Scalise got shot. Maybe we weren't. Steve Scalise got shot. And people are like, oh my goodness, I just can't. How do we get to this point? I was like, Steve Scalise is a racist. He literally met with.
Us to this point.
What are you talking about? He literally met with white supremacists. Like, that was a whole big thing in 2014. It's like, this happened here. Like, I'm not saying he should have been shot, but at the same time, I ain't crying tears when a white racist gets shot. I'm not.
He said that he's David Duke without the baggage.
He's Diet David Duke.
He described himself as such. Fuck him.
He's Diet David Duke. Then you come into this story here with this kid. Hey, look, again, shame he got killed. It really should not have happened. But here's the thing, and we've covered stories like this on Great Moments of White Privilege before. White people go to these dangerous places for a rush. Like, he didn't go to North Korea on business. He didn't go to North Korea because he had a need to be there. He went to North Korea because it was a tour it was a tour that literally said, go to places your mom won't want you to go. It's something to do. All right? That's what white people think is cool to do. Go somewhere dangerous and hope your white privilege can save you. Here's the thing. I ain't saying he should have been killed, but at the same time, what he did, he basically went to North Korea thinking that he could do whatever the fuck he wanted because he's a white American. And he got killed for it.
He went over there and was like, what you gonna do, kill me? And they're like, yes.
Yes.
Yes, we will.
Well, black people do far less and die. Sandra Bland died in jail because she had an attitude and the cop didn't like her attitude. Nobody's ever been able to explain why Sandra was in jail in the first place. She never should have been there. She then dies in jail. And people, you can argue over with it was murder. You can argue over whether it was she hung herself. Here's the thing. I don't think it should matter because the first question should be, why was she even fucking there? I don't even know. Sheriff Clark, that fucking asshole, racist black dude. I don't even know what state he's in. But apparently there's a big deal about a prisoner died in his jail.
Another prisoner.
Oh, wait, there was two?
Oh, it's multiple.
Oh my God. This is a guy who he's now turned down a position in the Trump administration that I don't think he was ever offered. But he was actually, the fact that he's actually been considered. Nobody mentioned this stuff. Like, do you understand how many black and brown people die in American jails every fucking day? So to see the outcrying of, oh my God, I can't believe the North Koreans did this, when this happens every single day to black and brown people in jail, I'm going to be honest here.
It's disingenuous.
It really is. It really is. And then when you
just racist, and they're like, and it's basically people like dare you to call me racist because I feel like I'm like, fine, I'll call you racist. You're a racist.
Well, and what's worse is when people go, oh well, now's the time for that. It's like, well then when is? Because you guys don't give.
Tell me when the clock starts because I want to be first in line.
Because you don't care about these other stories. You're hands off, but now it's one of you. It's a white dude, and not only is it a white dude, but then it's also a foreign country. So you get to hit both your white privilege and your xenophobia all in one.
Over 4 people have died in Sheriff Clark's jail, including a baby.
Jesus Christ, yo!
Because he had one woman in there who had the baby in jail, and the baby died.
Jesus Christ! But somehow, but we should be, but we need to stop everything we're doing and really focus on the fact that the North Koreans are evil because this white dude died after literally doing something stupid.
Don't believe what you saw. Believe what we tell you.
Because here's another thing too that drives me crazy about this story and why when it first happened it was such a great moment of white privilege to me and why. Look, I mean, people can sit there and go, I'm not gonna lie, I laughed when I saw that video of him crying. When he got sentenced, we all laughed. And the reason why black people laughed is this. I've been overseas. I go overseas. And as a black person, when you go overseas and you're always very careful about interaction because, again, I know what it's like to interact with law enforcement here. Now, I'm an American in a different foreign country. I'm definitely not fucking up. I don't want them problems. I can't afford to have them problems. And that's not saying that the police in overseas are as bad as American police. Sometimes they are. And when you go to a place like North fucking Korea, they definitely are.
Sometimes they're worse.
I'm not.
The race is on now.
I'm not tempting that. I'm not doing that. But yet white people have this, oh, well, fuck it. Yeah, just go and do it. It's fine. Why would you think that was okay?
Yeah, so senior year of college, me and a bunch of my teammates went to Mexico, did the Mexico spring break thing, had a great time. On the way back, there were snowstorms so bad we couldn't fly into New York, and our flights got canceled. So we wake up on our last day in Mexico, and they're like, and we're flying on this hotel lobby. People are like, "How are you guys doing this?" We're like, "Look, they're like, you guys have been the most fun or whatever." We said, "Look, I'll be damned if I get trapped in a foreign country. We're gonna get a flight to Miami or Chicago or Atlanta, wherever, and we're gonna figure it out from there. But I'm not gonna be trapped in a foreign country." It wasn't an option.
Yeah, it definitely isn't.
You don't play games. Like, it's like you don't play games at home. You definitely don't play games on the road.
Nope, not at all. Yeah, it's just, I don't know. I'll be honest. I'm fed up with white people. I hate to say this way. I can't believe I've gotten to this point like this, but I just am. I mean, it's gotten to the point where it's so ridiculous, and you see the lack of just a lack of care. And I think a lot of white people make it seem like it's the criminal justice system. Is that they try to keep it at arm's length. But again, you see what this jury looked like. This jury, was stacked full of a bunch of pro-gun people and older white people who literally did not give a fuck. These are your neighbors. These are your family. These are your friends who say this kind of stuff and then go, "Well, I'm not really racist," and yeah, they kind of are.
So I lost a friend over this shit. Not this particular case, but something similar. I had shared a post about something about it was the Afro post about my tone doesn't matter if you walk away from being an ally because of tone, you were never an ally in the first place. And this woman who I've known for years and good friends of the family and stuff, and you could just say, "I don't like being called a bitch." I'm like, well, it doesn't matter. You don't seem to understand. I was as nice as possible. I explained it as cogently because it was one of those people who's like in your life and you're like, I think they get it because you look at the way they act and the way they comport themselves in the world. You're like, is this someone who probably should get it and isn't getting it? So you try to be helpful. And you watch them dig their heels and you're like, oh, we found your line. Mm-hmm. And it's crazy to me because anyone who calls himself a liberal white person or whatever, they all have a line. And it goes with white people too, like especially when you start going outside of what they consider standard sexuality.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
But everyone has a line when it comes to being an ally. And I found this young lady's line. And I said, okay, cool, let's just not talk anymore. And like once or twice a month, I'll get a text from this person. From a number I don't recognize, so I have to ask the fiance, I'm like, yo, who is this? Like, oh, that's her? Yeah, I deleted your numbers. I don't want to have this conversation.
Yeah, just like...
And I'm like, you texting me like, I did some more reading and I see some merits to your argument. Full stop. No.
That's the worst, right?
The words "I'm sorry" need to be uttered, and even then, I'll put your apology on file.
That's the worst one. It's like, well, now that I go back and I now see everything you're saying. Like, I wasn't going to go into this, but I spent all my morning getting mad at white people who are now trying to blame because the new reports with more information coming out about the Russian hacking and how far the Russian hacking went. White people are now trying to go with I'm mad at Obama and Obama should have done more. And I'm like,
it's amazing. And
I'm like,
you gotta find a nigga to blame.
And I'm like, are you serious right now? And so this one woman came into my mentions and I said, could I respond to somebody else and be like on some, well, maybe you should, instead of blaming Obama, maybe you should blame the white women that voted for Trump, right? And this person goes, it should be and both and not either or. And I was like, wait, so are you trying to tell me, and this is how I took it as, you're trying to put the fact that white women overwhelmingly voted for Trump on the same level as Obama didn't do enough to tell white. Because be honest, they're not mad that Obama didn't tell all the citizens of America more about Russian hacking. Because here's the thing. Black and brown people, we got the message loud and clear a long time ago. So only white people are mad that he didn't do enough to tell them and somehow convince them that Trump was bad. Because Trump's racism, his bigotry, his sexism, his
clue, Chris.
Making fun of a disabled person.
People are delicate and they don't understand anything ever. You have to explain everything 17 times because they're so incapable of understanding.
Right. You know,
bullshit,
Hillary Clinton saying
apparently they're a superior race, but they can't understand basic fucking things around them. So yeah, fuck yeah.
This person, she got. I mean, again, ally. I'm not saying that, and they would go to the. Well, I'm just saying that he's not perfect. I'm like, nobody's saying he's perfect. I'm just saying on this one, you were dead wrong. You're blaming.
My favorite is I'm the furthest thing from racist.
Oh, I voted for Obama twice.
I'm like, what does that even mean?
Like, listen, Jordan Peele did the greatest thing ever by putting that I would have voted for Obama the third time in there. Because I've literally been hitting people with the, I would have voted for Obama the third time every time they tell me that. That's literally the line. I voted for Obama twice. Like, and? Somehow that makes it okay for what you're doing now?
What, you want a cookie?
You're like, because at one point this woman says, I expect that behavior from Mitch McConnell. People were like, well, Obama wanted to come forward. McConnell said no. So Obama didn't want to move forward without bipartisan support because obviously it would have not gone over well. It
would have been a divisive thing to say.
Right. And so her thing goes, well, I expect McConnell to do that, but I blame Obama for letting him push that narrative. And I'm like, are you out of, like, oh my God.
I blame Obama for not ignoring people he has to work with. Like, what the fuck?
And again, I didn't want to get too much into politics on that political angle, but that goes to show you, like you said, white people have this line. And once they get to a line where they can go, oh, fuck it, I can blame a black person. Because again, this goes across all boards. Like, they're doing this with Obama now, and people can't see why I get so upset about it. It honestly isn't about Obama. It really isn't. Like, because Obama don't give a fuck. Like, at this point, Obama living his best life. He don't give a shit, right?
He's done.
Here's the thing. He does. Here's the other thing too. He does care. I did see his post, long ass post about healthcare. Obama does.
He didn't have to.
Yeah, he cares a lot, but didn't have to. Right. The thing
that is, I would not give a fuck about y'all.
Oh, I would not give a fuck about. I would look down at you guys.
Oh no! Y'all talking about me and my wife? No, y'all would never see my black ass.
You guys have no fucking idea. But beyond that, like what gets me is bigger than Obama. It's the logic that these people are using, the same logic they use to blame every black person that gets shot by police. White people have this line, and if you don't check all the right boxes for them and they can find any small thing to use against you, they will use that and they will turn against you. Oh, well, no, I'm on Obama's side, but oh man, he should have done more about the Russian hacking. He literally did more campaigning for Hillary Clinton than any other president we've seen in modern history. His wife, Michelle, didn't even campaign for him like she campaigned for Hillary Clinton. What the fuck are you talking about? No different from people going, well, you know, you're right. You know, maybe Anna shouldn't have shot Castillo, but and yeah, he had a legal right to carry that firearm. But they tell you in carry permit class to keep your hands above, where they can see him at all times. Like any small thing they can find, no matter how small it is. Where people will find that one small defect, blow it out of proportion and use that to explain why.
Their game is never, why is it reasonable for the game is not why was this person shot, it's why it's okay that he's dead.
Right.
And once they can find out, if they land in any place why it's okay that this person's dead, their brains turn off. Like, oh, it's okay he's dead. Didn't you hear? It's fine. He smoked weed. It's fine he's dead. He didn't do everything he was told. See, that's what you get for not listening to orders. You get murdered by the state.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's code, it's lazy code, and it's bad code. It's not just insulting because obvious racism. It's insulting because you think I'm stupid enough to fucking believe it.
Mm-hmm.
It's disgusting.
Yep, it is. This is their line. This is the white people's line, and when when they can support black people and what they do here. But it's funny. It's funny. It's funny when they have these lines and when we can, when they can look past them. Because here's a story from Baltimore. A jury has awarded $1.26 million to a family whose dog was shot and killed by police on February 2014. According to a press release from the Hansel law firm in Baltimore, the three-day trial took place in Circuit Court for Anne Arundel County. The verdict sends a strong message to police about how community expectations, said counsel for the plaintiffs. The duty to serve and protect extends to our animal family members as well. Shooting Vern was senseless, unnecessary, and unconstitutional. Holy fucking shit.
In case you're wondering where we stand as a people in this country.
I can only laugh at this point.
Dogs. I assume cats, and then us.
I can only laugh at this point. I'm trying to find another story that I also saw that says a black dude was sentenced to 4 years for shooting a police dog. Yeah. Dog. Vern, who was 4.5, was shot by Anne Arundel County Police Officer Rodney Price. Price claimed that he was attacked by Vern, a Chesapeake Bay retriever, which happened to be the Maryland State dog at the Glen Burnie home. Oh my God! At the Glen Burnie home of Vern's owner, Michael Reeves, who while he was looking into a neighborhood burglary. He says, "I'm really, really sorry. I just had to shoot him." And I'm like, "You didn't have to," said owner Mike Reeves. "You mean you're trained to use pepper spray, mace, and baton?" There were so many other things you could have done to avoid that. The jury found Price was not attacked by the dog and that the shooting violated the owner's constitutional right and was committed with gross negligence. During the trial, the officer admitted the dog did not bite or otherwise injure him before the shooting. The law firm said the officers also said no other steps were taken to deal with the dog before the officer pulled his gun or fired it twice. Holy shit. Honestly, this is literally from the local CBS station in Baltimore. Had this not been there, I would have told you this was an Onion story.
It feels like a joke.
It's everything they say that we say about, hey, why didn't officer? But the jury can relate because they're probably dog owners. I've never heard him growl. He'd bark, but I never heard him go after anybody. Okay, look, this is bullshit, all right? Look. Maximus is the most gentlest dog in the fucking world. At some point, I find it like absolutely absurd how much of a not of a guard dog he is. Even I have heard him growl. Come the fuck on. Come on. Really? He was a beautiful animal. At the time of the student, Price was placed on administrative duty. Police say he is currently with the agency. The firm says the largest verdict in U.S. history for a police dog shooting. In court, Vern's necropsy revealed Price's testimony over how the shooting occurred also didn't add up. Oh my fucking God. They did an autopsy on the dog to find out that it...
Of course they did. That's what's supposed to be done, Kriss.
My God. I'm serious. I'm going back to what I said before. I said this before. Black people, start strapping puppies to your back. Before you leave the house, strap a puppy on. But it's got to be a puppy. It can't be like a Rottweiler because I've also seen that happen and they'll just shoot you and the dog. So, you need to, strap puppies to your back. Yeah. Just unreal. Puppies. I mean, dogs, you know.
It's the answer, apparently.
Yep. Let me see. I'm trying to see if I can find it. Oh, I'm sorry. I was wrong. It wasn't 4 years he was sentenced for shooting a police dog. Cincinnati man sentenced to 19 years in prison for shooting a police
canine. No, that's an main article.
Tyler Jones of Cincinnati, Ohio, was sentenced to 19 years in prison for leading a massive police chase, firing at a Springs Townsville officer and shooting at a canine police dog. Before authorities were able to apprehend a canine named Paco, caught him first. Jones shot the dog and fired once more at 4 officers who were chasing him. Yeah. Okay, I will say this. He did end up shooting and hitting one of the police officers too, so that's there. But yeah. As for Paco, the dog, his health was recovered. An award ceremony was held the same day Jones was sentenced, honoring the dog with a Canine Valor Award by the North American Police Work Dog Association. They honored the dog. This is something that Phenom and I have also noticed too. And I'll do some more research on this. I need you guys to go out and count the number of movies involving war heroes that were black. Then count the number of war heroes that were dogs. Then come back and tell me what you think of that. Because there's another war dog movie coming out this year. Just want to throw that out there.
Kriss, black people don't sell like dogs do.
Wow, we definitely do not sell like dogs do, apparently. So, just throwing it out there. Yeah. So, anyway, moving on. More, terrible criminal justice news. Bill Cosby, his trial went to a mistrial.
I thought it was one good story, one bad story. I thought it was a flip.
Well, this is all. Well, technically, we did end up with the dog getting an award, so that is a good story, I guess. And the dog lived, so I mean, there's.
You and I need to have a real long talk about good and bad. That's your good story.
Yeah, you're right. No, I fucked you up. Okay, we got some. We'll get some jokes in soon. This is yeah, Bill Cosby is said that it was 10-2 apparently. That was the 10-2 to convict. So I guess that's good news. And I believe that the prosecutor did say that they are.
He immediately said they're going to retrial.
Yeah, they're going to retrial, which I think is a good. That's
great.
10-2.
I didn't know that. That's a great. And I know Pyrrhic victories, but we can't. We get a unanimous not guilty verdict out of Philando Castillo.
Yeah.
So if America's saying maybe, just maybe, you can't rape women, I don't know. Is it a step on? Is it right? Am I right to feel?
No. I honestly, I thought it would have been 10-2
you know
the other way. I thought it was going to be 10-2 the other way. So the fact that
you said, I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, the fact that it was 10-2 to convict, I think that is. I hate this, again. I hate saying this because it's 50 women, and then granted, this is only for the Andrea Constant case, but still 50 women. We shouldn't be celebrating a 10-2 to convict mistrial. But compared to everything else we got going on in criminal justice news, man, not bad. So, but then you get some information from some of the juries. So one said, apparently a jury in the Bill Cosby sex trial said Thursday he did not believe the testimony of the accuser, Andrea Constant, because she willingly went alone to the entertainer's home and brought him gifts on more than one occasion. She was well coached, he said of Constant's 2 days on the witness stand. Let's face it, what did you expect from a witness who's been trying to fight this for 15 years? What did you expect her to go up there and break down? What the fuck? Let's face it, she went to his house with a bare midriff and incense and bath salts. What the heck? That's not how that works.
That's not how any of it works.
That's not how that works. You know, don't talk about that. Okay. But adding to the ridiculousness of the whole Cosby thing, and again, this is another one of those stories that I literally thought was an Onion article or something was made up until major sites started.
I know what you're about to say. This shit's ridiculous.
Like, until major sites started reporting this, I was like, you get the fuck out of here. I'm not even touching this because that's bullshit. Like, I think TMZ was the first one to report, and I was like, the fuck out of here, TMZ. Then everybody else reported, and I was like, God damn it.
I'll fuck with TMZ. TMZ good.
Bill Cosby will organize a series of town hall meetings to help educate young people about the problems of their misbehavior could create in other issues. A spokesman for Cosby said he wants to do town halls to educate people, young people, about bad behavior and rape. Cosby is eager to get back to work following a deadlocked jury and mistrial in his sexual assault case, spokesman Andrew Watt told Birmingham, Alabama TV. We'll talk to young people because this is bigger than Bill Cosby. You know, this is an issue that can affect any young person, especially young athletes today, Watt said. And they need to know what they're facing when they're hanging out and partying, when they're doing certain things they shouldn't be doing. And it also affects married men, Watt said, without elaborating. Is it kind of a do as I say, not as I do situation, the newscaster asked, but it was unclear if Watts heard or responded to the question.
How the fuck are you responding to the question?
Bill Cosby is going to go around telling, let's call it what it is, young men, focus on men, to be careful about what these bitches be out here lying, so you gotta watch yourself. That's what this is going to be.
I mean, yes, you're right. That's correct.
The gall and audacity of this motherfucker.
That's what it is. That's the best word. The fucking audacity.
At this point, if you're still defending Bill Cosby, go fuck yourself. Because this is proof.
Point. Fuck you.
I mean, again, 50 women should have been, one woman should have been the breaking point, all right?
There it is.
You got to 50, and you still weren't convinced. Now you got this bullshit. What else what does he have to do?
Gaslighting motherfucker, man. Goodness gracious.
I'm going around and tell, gonna lecture young men because it could also affect married men. You mean cheating on your wife? Like the drugs, the rape, all bad. Right? You also forget this motherfucker's cheating on his wife. Like if somehow you don't believe any of these 50 women, he cheated on his wife with 50 women. Okay, we're going with it. Okay. All right. We're fine with that. Okay. All right. So I've decided that if Bill Cosby is going to go around and do a lecture series on this stuff, that there are a couple other series and speakers out there that the people might want to hear from. I think there's some people that have some things to say and some interesting perspective. You say what?
Should I hang up right now?
No. I think you're gonna want to hear this. I think there's a thing. So I think Dan Snyder hosting a cultural appropriation. What's the big deal seminar? I think that can hold out. Especially
he's classified to run that seminar. Yes.
Yeah, I think so. And special guest Kendall Jenner. Are our political debates getting too negative or violent? Hosted by Ted Nugent. That was actually real because he's actually going to do that now. He's apparently.
No, he's not.
He's apparently worried about the violent rhetoric going around. No, I'm serious. I'm dead serious. I'm not even. This is not even one I made up. Like Ted Nugent is definitely coming out talking about after the shooting of Steve Scalise is talking about how violent rhetoric is too much, and I'm like, are you serious, motherfucker?
I think I could take Ted Nugent.
I think we could all take Ted Nugent because yeah, fuck him. I got it. This one is a tag team as a duo. R. Kelly and Warren Jeffs. Consent laws and you understanding the dangers of seductive young women. Yeah, I think that'll be a great little seminar there. And just so you understand, you gotta watch out for these young girls out here. They be seducing and corrupting these older men out here. And who better to tell us about this than the LDS, Warren Jeff, and R. Kelly. I think they have a lot of information on that. They'll know best. I want Will Smith's dad from Fresh Prince to be the guest of honor at next year's Father's Day celebration for deadbeat dads. Who better to speak of this? I mean, who better?
That's good.
Who better?
I can figure out a good one.
And then we have Johnny Depp gives the Ike Turner how to handle being accused of domestic abuse, because he's getting a lot of blowback now for his comments about Trump. But I'm like, did you guys forget that he beat Amber Heard? So yeah, but now he's talking about a white man. So no bullshit. One of those dudes that's complaining about like the Trump, the Shakespeare in the Park thing. Literally, he's trying to start literally try to hit up Disney and Warner Brothers on some. Now's the time to drop Johnny Depp, and I was like, so when he was beating Amber Heard, you didn't have a fucking problem with it, right?
It's not the time to drop Johnny Depp.
Okay. You're right. So, but I think all these men are increasingly qualified for handling these seminars.
Where were they radicalized?
Where were they?
Yeah.
Right here in U.S. of A. That is what we're good at.
Yes, it is.
We are good at radicalizing young men of any race. When it comes to coming against women, we got that one beat. Speaking of which, I'm sorry for doing this. I swear to God, the next thing is jokes. But I came across this article too that just felt like just when it rains, it fucking pours when it comes down to sexual assault and just criminal justice here. Men legally allowed to finish sex even if a woman revokes consent is a new North Carolina state law. Yeah.
I don't think the law is passed. I think it's in front of the legislature. But, yeah, that's that bullshit.
That is insane. Yeah. So, let me see if I can find the actual. Despite this woman, despite her testimony, the jury appeared to be swayed by the defense's argument that Hester initially agreed to have sex with this guy. During the deliberation, that he returned to ask the judge whether consent can be withdrawn. The judge noted that it could, especially in cases where intercourse has turned violent and thus no longer consensual. The man was convicted of second-degree rape. The state Supreme Court, however, disagreed with the lower court's interpretation of the withdrawn consent. If the actual penetration is accomplished with the woman's consent, the accused is not guilty of rape, although he may be guilty of another crime because of his subsequent actions, the High Court wrote. As a result, for the past 38 years, women in North Carolina, like 19-year-old Aaliyah Palmer, who allegedly agreed to have sex with a man at a party but changed her mind when he got violent, have been unable to legally revoke consent after sexual intercourse begins. It's really stupid, Palmer told the Fayetteville Observer. If I tell you no, you keep going, that's rape. So apparently what you're talking about is
this has been on the books.
This has been on the books. They filed a bill to change this in March. And that's what they're trying to get to pass right now, is the bill to stop this. This has been on the books for almost 40 fucking years. That if you start having sex with a woman and she starts saying you no, as a man, you can finish, aka you can finish raping her and it's okay.
Can I go ahead and assume what party is fighting this to stay?
Oh, why?
I don't want to stereotype Republicans are terrible.
Oh my goodness! Currently, the bill is
all of them.
Currently, the bill to revoke this sits in the Senate Rules Committee, where it's likely to be tabled. Jackson tells Bradley he plans to refile the bill again next year. This really shouldn't be a controversial matter, he says. North Carolina is the only state in the country where no doesn't really mean no. Right now, if a woman tells a man to stop having sex, he is under no legal obligation to do so as long as she is initially consented. If sex turns violent, a woman has no right to tell a man he must stop. Jackson said he first encountered this loophole when he worked as a criminal prosecutor when his office was forced to dismiss a rape charge because of these circumstances. Very few legislators are aware that this is the current state of our law, he said. They're very surprised when I tell them. Most of my conversations have been educating our members about this plainly unacceptable loophole in our rape laws. I have not had any member defend the loophole. Every legislator I've spoken to agrees that we need to fix this.
To my face.
But Jackson has been slow in getting this change implemented. He points to one conservative blog as an example for why. In it, the writer ridicules Jackson's work to address the rules of fornication as pandering to the Women's Studies Department alumni. This is a blog that unfortunately carries some influence with many of our conservative members. Jackson says, however, he says he believes the bill will eventually pass. When it does, my bet is that it passes unanimously. No one can seriously defend the loophole in our rape laws. And Republicans is that say, watch us try.
What was that? That sounds like a bet, dude. You gonna challenge us for real?
Never bet on the Republicans having any kind of moral background, guy. I'm sorry.
They got souls. They would never back this.
Yeah, I don't know so much about that one, guy.
Not so fast, my friends.
Yeah, let's
Lee Corso.
Let's wait a little bit here. Let's wait a bit here. So, oh man, I gotta figure out how. Okay, I'm gonna send you something through Skype.
I'm not gonna click on it.
I'm gonna send you something through Skype because I forgot I didn't move it over there.
Through Skype or through the Skype or GoToMeeting?
Skype because I don't have it on. I only have it on my laptop and I don't have it on there. So I'm gonna message it so you can see this, so we can talk about this next thing here. Speaking of terrible men and things like that. Where is it on here? I found something. As you guys know, I have a little thing about hoteps and how crazy they are. And found a little something here. Apparently, if you know Dr. Umar Johnson.
Damn it, Kriss.
Pan-African. And talks about all this stuff. And he apparently, and this is old. This is from like 2015. Apparently, somebody, a little comic fan, and a little action figure fan, and they made a little action figure, a little hotep action figure, that looks like Umar Johnson. What I tell you, this is the greatest thing I've ever watched in my life. This is literally the greatest thing I've ever seen. It is so good. It is so good. Hold on, I'm gonna send you the Twitter page because you got to see. Oh, wait, I got to find, I got to find my tweet with it. Because you got to see
the Facebook link you just sent me?
No, look at the Facebook link, it shows you some of it. But the one I found, the one I have is so great because it has him with, it has him with a cape. And it looks like a cape.
These Ankh-Wright action figures.
It's an Ankh-Wright action figure. But the cape is so good because it looks like it's somebody turned a Crown Royal bag inside out.
No, I don't need to see that.
Oh my god, it's so good. It's so good. Oh my god. Like, oh man. So, yeah, I
want to fight this nigga. Look at this action figure.
It looks so bad. The thing about it looks like, you know how
I know people are listening. You're listening on your phones, you're listening on Facebook Live. Take the time to go to the show notes right now and click on this link.
Oh my god,
this shit is unacceptable, Kriss.
Oh my god, this shit is great.
No,
this is the greatest thing I've ever seen in my life.
I want to sue on behalf of good taste.
This is one of the things.
Is that costume red on red?
It's red on red. It's like it's a red clay figure. It's so good.
No, but like, looking at the drawing, like the drawing is red on red.
Yeah. Dude, it's so good. It's so good.
I hate you for bringing this.
Oh my god, man! But so if you go to the Facebook group and you see this again, the post is from like 2015. My favorite thing in the post is somebody in. So a brave, I believe, I think she's a woman. Yeah, a brave woman. And went into this Facebook post back then, and she starts off, and I was like, "Where's she going with it?" And I saw where she's going with it, and she literally went in here and she literally took all this stuff on, and it was so great. It says, in the Marvel comic book series, Black Panther and Storm are together as king and queen, and so immediately I was like, "Oh my god, are they really going to go with?" They're not only just being Pan-African hoteps, they're also going to be Storm and T'Challa truthers. I can't stand this shit. She cleans it up. So it says, Storm and Black Panther and Storm are together as king and queen. Will you have action figures made out of a conscious stripper or your baby mamas to represent your queens?
Oh. That's that plot twist gift right there. Like, that's that plot twist gift in real time.
I'm sorry, I'm blacking out right now. I'm sorry, hold on.
Ask you with the hope of a child who is asking about Santa Claus. Does he reply?
Oh my God, no, he doesn't. But everybody else kind of does. Oh my God. And she keeps going and she keeps going, I'm just asking who will be his queen. That's all. And like, she keeps asking throughout this entire thing. And then she, oh my God, she later says on, I'm not saying nobody's perfect, but when you claim to be a superhero, is pussy your kryptonite?
This woman's not the hero we wanted. She's the hero we need.
She's all by herself. She's killing this nigga, yo. And she keeps going down because it's like 100.
You know that now I'm gonna get like pop-up ads for the most ridiculous shit because I've been on his Facebook page.
Oh my God.
It's not your fault.
She says, so then he goes. So somebody says, well, she says, he's not fighting protecting the black community at night. Clearly not every night.
Nigga.
Oh God. Oh God. Like, this woman is literally on here by herself. And this, again, this is old. This is from 2 years ago. This is from July 1st, 2015. And I'm reading this. And she, oh my God. She's.
Are his fans like Trump fans? Like, where they just don't, and they ignore all the times he gets the truth told about him?
Yeah, basically. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, that's what they are. I mean, yeah, they're fucking terrible. Like, Umar Johnson's fans are fucking absolutely horrendous. But yeah, man, this action figure is just amazing. It's terribly made. It has a kung fu grip though. Can you imagine if you asked your mom or your father was a hotep, and you asked for an action figure for Christmas, and they gave you an Umar Johnson action figure?
That would ruin Christmas forever. Christmas is canceled, children.
Well, I wanted to get my son a black superhero, but not one of the ones that was created by a white man. I wanted one like Umar Johnson. Pan-African. What? Oh my God.
Your child will hate you.
So when
Get that baby a toy.
So when they sell these in the store, I'm wondering,
what store, Chris? This seems like a self-published book, only available from direct.
I'm just saying, maybe, hey, look, at some point, Umar Johnson will blow up. These might become something you sell in the store. Action figures. Do you sell the wearable Ankh separately?
No, Chris. You're thinking too small, baby. The first wave of figures will have 5 figures. You must buy each figure to assemble the Ankh. What's wrong with you?
It literally formed into a giant sun person.
Giant Ankh you can wear. What are you doing, Chris? Thinking small potatoes, baby.
By your powers combined.
Yo, nigga, I am Ankh.
Because also comes with a limited supply of lotion because you might get extra ashy while playing with this toy.
No, it gives you a place to hide the lotion so the oppressors can't make you wear it. Stay ashy.
It comes with a book of slanders for black women. So you can make sure you call them all the kinds of bed wenches and females.
I'm not even sure if you're kidding right now, actually.
No, this is actually has to come with this.
I can see.
You actually get a 50% off coupon for companion white Barbie doll. Comes with one of those. It does make me wonder what other kind of action figures can you curate of our terrible black figures. We were just talking about Bill Cosby. Get a Bill Cosby action figure. Comes complete with pudding pops and insertable pills. Not too bad. R. Kelly.
The views and opinions expressed on this podcast.
I'm just saying, look, if Umar Johnson can get a superhero, why can't R. Kelly? R. Kelly's comes with a toilet seat And if R. Kelly was a superhero, obviously his weakness would be underage girls and books. And they build a point
here. R. Kelly comes with a fake ID maker.
See, the reason why I said I didn't go with the fake ID maker is because then they require him to read it.
No, he pays him for that.
Okay. You're right. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Look. This is better than some other options. I was gonna go with the Ray Rice with the Kung Fu grip, but I decided that was probably in bad.
You dodged that one by doing it right now. I didn't want to do this, but I'm really good. Here's something I'm really glad I didn't say.
But I figured that was probably in bad taste. So,
Oh yeah, dodge that bullet, Kriss. Close one. The fuck.
Oh man, oh god, this week in Hotep, man, gotta love him to hate him, because like seriously, would we have as much fun if Hotep didn't exist?
I would venture I would have more fun in my day to day if Hotep didn't exist.
Yeah, you're right.
You're
right.
Hot take.
What I want to know is if the Hoteps that are mad at the Black Panther trailer, if they would buy the Umar Johnson action figure.
Who do you think's crowdsourcing it, Kriss? How do you think this motherfucker's getting made, baby?
Oh, man. Oh, this is so good.
This is not being backed by anyone. By viewers like you.
Oh, my God. You're the reason why we're able to do this. Oh, my God. This is just...
They come at you like PBS, man. On the back end of the terrible 7-minute and 43-second YouTube videos.
Yo, these are literally the commercials you get when you're all the way down to nothing else. Like you've been so rich. Like if Bill Maher had had advertisers, he'd be all the way down to like peddling like Umar Johnson action figures. Like get them now, they're selling them while they're hot. God.
Please allow 4 to 8 months for delivery. The way our accounts are set up. You know how it is. We'll talk to you later.
These figures will arrive about the same time that money that Umar Johnson said he raised for that school will arrive. So,
expect delivery date. Don't worry about it. It'll get there.
Only the man would ask us a question like that.
Right? Why you trying to keep tracking shit? Ask me questions.
Wait, you want a tracking number? You the feds? Only the feds would ask for tracking numbers.
You don't trust your boy? You don't trust your boy, Kriss?
Oh, my God. What a bunch of dicks. Oh, my goodness. All right, real quick, we're going to run through some mini dictator news. Because there's a lot of stuff going on with Trump and stuff like that, but I decided to stick with the light stuff this week that are all just absolutely fucking hilarious to me. And by hilarious, I mean fucking frightening. So the White House is doubling down on limiting press briefings, and I feel like nobody is taking this as seriously enough as they should be.
To give a damn.
So it's not just me, then, right? It's not just me who goes.
What?
So here's the story. White House warned reporters not to report on instructions about not reporting on Tuesday's press briefing. The Trump administration acting on a fairly sound logic that its supporters don't care in any way whatsoever about the civic principles that the government should be scrutinized by a free press, has started to cut down on the number of press conferences it gives that occur on camera. Wednesday, the administration announced that I'm assuming that Monday, the administration announced that Tuesday's press briefing by Sarah Huckabee Sanders, not Sean Spicer, would be one such no video affair, then introduce a twist by declaring that the announcement itself was not reportable. What? CNN, and while it's cute, I also find it like horrifying.
Fucking insulting.
Yeah, CNN brought in a sketch artist to draw the press briefing since they weren't allowed to bring cameras. To which I respond to, "You're the fucking press. Why don't you do your fucking job and bring cameras anyway?"
Do what you fucking want.
Here's the thing. All right, journalists always talk about how important and put themselves on the line. You see journalists all the time going overseas, risking death, risking being thrown in jail in these other foreign countries to get the images and interviews and things that they need to do, right? Ask yourself why the press here in America isn't trying to do the same fucking thing.
Why are they too scared to?
Go and here's the thing: if you're too scared to, fine, fuck it. Replace all of the White House, the White House press corps with the people that go overseas and do it for real. Bring some real fucking journalists. Do it there. Bring in the people that actually give a shit. Bring in the people that risk their lives for this kind of stuff overseas. Bring them to do this job because clearly the White House press corps cannot. Because this shit ain't fucking cute. Ain't cute. I don't think Trump has done a press conference just with him in the press on camera in months. Outside of
2 or 3.
Outside of by himself. Outside of the ones that he's done with a foreign leader beside him. This administration has been known to ditch the press corps, to give interviews to press. Here's the interesting thing. Sean Spicer and the White House says no press briefings on camera, can't do this, can't do that. Sean Spicer, I think on Thursday, gave 2 on-camera press interviews with Fox News.
Yeah, that's what they do.
Yeah. All jokes aside, this is fucking terrifying.
This is democracies falling are always portrayed as like this horrible big thing that happens in the news. This is it. We're living it now.
Yeah. This is a big deal here.
I'm being alarmist about. No, this is how autocratic regimes rise.
No bullshit. Like this is literally
they put up what's her name, Ivanka, as the heir apparent.
Yeah. I hate everything they do with Ivanka Trump. Anytime something's going bad, they put out these stories about Ivanka working really hard to push against it, and that thing goes through anyway. Like, where's Ivanka on the healthcare bill right now? Nowhere. Protecting her fucking brand. Like, if you read anything about, like, I know, the comparisons, and maybe we need to start getting outside of the Nazi Germany comparison, because people just shut off when you hear that, but God damn it, if it ain't, some of this shit ain't true.
It's accurate as fuck.
But it's not all lost. The media does get us the hard hitting news. Washington Post. We're not getting the on camera press briefings, and they can't get called on for information. But they can give us things like this. President Trump angers golf fans by driving golf cart on green. He apparently does this a lot. President Trump angered golf fans this week when a video emerged of him doing what they considered the unthinkable. No, it's not. Banning Muslims for coming in this country, talking down about black people, having his administration roll back Obama-era protections for civil rights, or any of that stuff. No. The unthinkable was he drove his golf cart across all over the greens at a golf course where the Women's U.S. Open will be held next month. It must be noted the name of the course in Bedminster, New Jersey, is Trump National Golf Club, so it's not like Trump was committing a golf's biggest sin on just about anybody's course. But for some fans, he owned the place. It doesn't matter. Yeah. Hard-hitting journalism there, guys. Hard-hitting journalism. Gotta get us with the important shit here with Trump, all the news, too, with Trump. Again, whenever you want anything important dealing with Trump, you have to go outside of. Oh damn it! Did I not get this one? Hold on. Gotta find. You gotta go outside of our news. There was an article about There was an article about Cuba hitting Trump back for the shit he said. Did you see that one?
No. Oh, no. I saw the Panama thing.
What happened in Panama?
He's so embarrassing on so many levels and so many times.
What did he do in Panama? Oh, the Panama. Oh, and the prime minister was basically, or the guy was just like, that was 100 years ago.
Yeah.
So no, this is responding to President Trump's announcement Friday that he's reversing Obama's administration steps to normalize the relations with Cuba. The Castro government said the U.S. is in no condition to lecture us. Let's see. hold on. I gotta open up their original so I can see exactly where their statement starts. Because it was Cuba hit back with some hot fire here, yo. It was it was some scorching shit here. Let me see. Yeah. So the Cuban government rebuked the statements in a lengthy response Friday, writing that the Trump executive order betrays the double standard on human rights. We have deep concerns about the respect and guarantees of human rights in that country, where there is a large number of cases of murder, brutality, and police abuse, particularly against the African Americans. The right to live is violated as a result of deaths by firearms. The statement read. Yeah, they fired back. It's kind of hard. The U.S. president is ill-advised once again, takes decisions that favor the political interests of a extremist minority of Cuban origin in the state of Florida, who are driven by petty motivations, do not desist from their objective to punish Cuba and its people for exercising their legitimate and sovereign right to be free and for having taken the reins of their own destiny, the statement said. Yeah, they
This is also the same week where Trump admitted that the White House wasn't taping Comey. He did it basically to intimidate a witness.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, this guy is a disaster. He's a weekly disaster, and I've still continued to this day, knock on wood, have yet to hear his voice since he became elected president in a live setting or a recorded one. So I'm very excited about that.
Good. Yeah, we need that. Oh man, do I not done? Oh my god, the second week in a row I did not. Hold on, I got to do this because we fucked this up during the whatchamacallit. I'm not gonna play it now. We have a new segment. I'm gonna have music. I swear to God, next week we'll have the music actually going with this.
One more thing about politics.
Oh god.
It broke this morning. It's good news though. There's an FBI investigation that has resulted in a very prominent couple to hire FBI or lawyers because the FBI is investigating for bank fraud. That couple, Bernie and Jane Sanders.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I heard about that.
Now, for those of you who may not know, there's been a long story about Jane Sanders apparently lying to the bank about the number of the donations coming in to get a larger loan grant for the college she was in charge of. She then cashed out and ran, and it seems like the law is catching up with her. Politico magazine first reported that Sanders had hired lawyers to defend them in the probe. Sanders' top advisor told CBS that the couple sought legal protection over federal agents' allegations from a January 2016 complaint accusing then president of Burlington College, Ms. Sanders, of distorting donor levels in a 2010 loan application for $10 million from People's United Bank to purchase 33 acres of land for the institution. They're also looking into allegations that Senator Sanders used his office to inappropriately urge the bank to approve the loan.
But were there emails?
No money in politics.
But were there emails though?
I love this story.
Yeah, well, here, you know the crazy thing about this story is, this was. So when people go, Sanders would have won, they seem to forget that this is some of the stories and stuff that the Clinton administration knew about, but did not go after.
Didn't have to use it. It was never close.
They didn't go after it. They didn't use it. And yeah, this is the kind of shit, you know? Because it was all like, this isn't new to me. Like when this happened, I was like, oh, so they're finally getting her for this. Because it was
about damn time.
Because it was a story. Like anybody who knew, and Bernie Bros and everybody else was like, oh no, you guys are just making this up, and you guys are just trying to, no, it's that, you know, wait, no, this literally happened. Like we were waiting on this shit. So yeah, it was. It's just, I don't know, man. It's just annoying to me that at this point, what can you say, right? What can you say? What more?
Right.
Like, what more? There's another thing. Bernie came out. He's still talking shit about Democrats, and I'm just like, but Bernie, what are you doing? What are you doing? Like, I don't know. I'm just so sick and tired of this bullshit. It's just like, and it is bullshit. So, anyway, let's move on. Fun little topic here. I think we debuted it last week, and I think Dpalm will really enjoy this one. It's our new segment. Do you even sci-fi, bro? Yes, I went and got the Blade Runner theme for this. I feel like it's appropriate. Yes, I feel like it's very appropriate for what we're going to be talking about. Do you even sci-fi, bro? This is basically me going through a bunch of stories here that literally make me wonder, how fucking stupid are we as a human race and when we're all going to die because we clearly do not watch enough sci-fi to know this is a terrible idea. I actually had another story here, but then I think this was actually retweeted by P-Funk, and I saw this and I got to talk about this. So Amazon's idea for a massive drone dock looks like a cross between a beehive and a spaceship. Amazon is interested in moving its future drone deliveries fulfillment centers closer to urban centers. Now, if you watched the last season of Black Mirror, you know what this looks like because it looks like that thing with the little bees. It's a terrible fucking idea. Amazon has applied for a patent for tailoring its fulfillment centers for a future where drones are delivering items to people's doorsteps in urban areas. The e-commerce giant imagines beehive-like towers filled with robots where drones can dock and be restocked before flying out again for another delivery.
I don't like any of this.
You saw the drawing. It's terrifying looking. It literally looks like a giant beehive with drones coming out of it. Guys, we've seen this. We've literally. It was literally on Black Mirror last year. We literally watched Black Mirror. You know this is not a good idea. It's all fucking terrible. All fucking terrible. Gets even better than. Oh wait, no. Where do I have? Oh wait. Okay, wait. I gotta find this other story because there's other ones even better than this though. Could have gotta go.
Define better again.
When I say better, I mean more terrifying and shows our impending doom by robots. Let's see.
Not better.
No, not really. So apparently, they did a little study here, and people will trust a malfunctioning robot in an emergency, even if it puts them in danger.
Nah, nigga. They didn't poll me.
You're in a building, the building is on fire. Luckily, an emergency robot is there to show you the way out, but it appears to be malfunctioning, or at least behaving strangely. Do you put your trust into a robot to help you direct you to the exit, or do you find your own way out of the burning building? In the situation described above, the actual setting for a first-of-its-kind experiment designed to test human trust of robots in emergency situations, participants largely place their faith in a machine to help them find the safety, despite a prior demonstration that it might not be working properly.
I will kick a robot in the head, Chris.
People seem to believe that these robotic systems know more about the world than they really do, and that they would never make a mistake or have any kind of fault, said a researcher, engineer Alan Wagner from the Georgia Institute of Technology, Georgia Tech. In our study, test subjects follow the robot's directions, even to the point where it might put them in danger had it been a real emergency. The experiment is a long-term study examining the nature of human trust in robots. As we come to rely more and more on artificial intelligent machines for things like transport, labor, and maybe other stuff too, I'm assuming that other stuff too is probably going to sex. Stupid. The question of how much we actually trust robots becomes increasingly important. But the finding that people will almost blindly follow their instructions of what could be a malfunctioning machine in an emergency demonstrate that we're only at the beginning of trying to understand what it takes in human-robot relationships. Dog.
People stupid as fuck. Like, I don't tell you. Like, you and I've spoken repeatedly. I did it at the live show. I'm sure I've done it here before. My two biggest fears, sentient robots and umbrellas. And I'm done with it. I'm not here to play these games. You guys can trust robots if you want. I will kick that robot in the... Like, that's why I can't... I would be the outlier. I'm Will Smith from I Am Legend. Fuck your robot.
Oh my god, there's literally a video of a guy literally following a robot in a circle.
See, shit like this.
God, we're so fucking stupid. God, we're fucking morons. Oh my God. Come on, man. Come on. This is terrible.
That's stupid, Chris. Like, that's stupid. Like, that's, again, Darwin was right. Like, I'm ready. I'm like, maybe, just maybe, y'all have no arguments against evolution because y'all keep dying in the stupidest fucking ways.
All right, I got a third one here.
Imagine being the guy who's like, how'd you die? Well,
there's this robot
was acting up. And, like, I don't trust Roombas, Chris. You don't trust them. Get me out of this. You know the machines I trust? White lights lead to red lights, which lead to exits. That's the extent of my trust of machines in an emergency situation.
Oh my God. Oh my God. I got one more here because I want to make sure that Do You Even Sci-Fi Bro is not just dealing with robots. We deal with everything that goes into the sci-fi spectrum, which is a lot here. All right, that makes us realize that we are fucked as a human beings. So this one comes out of the National Post. Gangs of aggressive killer whales are shaking down Alaskan fishing boats for their fish, says the report.
Say that again?
Hold on, I gotta see if this is real. I think it might be.
Fake news may have infiltrated the MTR network's offices.
I think this might be, though. I think this might be. Hold on. Let me see. Because I can believe this. Because it's... let me see. Yep, no, it's true. It is definitely fucking true. Okay, I found another... Found 3 more articles about this. It is definitely true. Pods of killer whales are reporting stalking Alaskan fishermen and driving them out of fishing areas while robbing them of their catch. One guy who owns a fishing boat says we've been chased out of the Bering Sea. He's installed electronic noisemakers on his vessel to ward off pods of orcas. He claimed the mammals are adjusted to the deterrent and to the point where it became a dinner bell. Yeah. Yep. So basically, what's happening?
Team whales.
Yeah, I am too. You'll see 2 of them show up, and then all the end of the trip, there's soon 40 of them. Killer whale tactics are causing significant damage to fishermen business, says the Alaskan Dispatch. Let's see. In the Bering Sea, near the edge of the continental shelf, fishermen are trying to escape a predator that seems to outwit them every turn, stripping their fishing lines and lurking behind their vessels. The predators are positive killer whales chasing down the halibut and black cod caught by long-line fishermen. Fishermen said the whales have become a common sight and a problem in recent years as they've gone from an occasional pest to apparently targeting fishermen's lines. Yo, Mother Nature is fighting back. Fishermen say they can harvest 20,000 to 30,000 pounds of halibut in a single day, only to harvest next to nothing the next when a pod of killer whales recognizes their boats. Their hooks will be stripped clean. Sometimes there'll just be halibut lips left attached to hooks. This is amazing. Look, man, Ian Malcolm said it best. Mother Nature will find a way.
Finds a way, man.
Life finds a way. Look, man. If I can't believe they haven't been doing this sooner. Cause look, if why do all the work when you can have humans fishing for you and then take their catch? Why not?
Yeah, I mean that's work smarter, not harder.
Why not? I am pro whale on this one, even though I do not fuck with killer whales in the wild.
Why would you?
Because they're called killer whales for a reason. I don't call them that orca shit. They're called killer whales, and I don't fuck with anything called killer. That's your name, Killer Mike, and then I call you Misdemeanor Mike. So there's that. Yeah. So. All right, 2 more things before we get out of here. Great moments of white privilege and our black woman shout out. So this I think is another one that Dpalm's gonna hate me for. Here, let's see. Where are we doing this? Yeah, here we go. All right. Great moments of white privilege time, guys. So, great moments of white privilege. I found this article about apparently there's a motorcycle nut who plowed through a crowd of Trump care protesters as a sleazy porn boss who boasts white pride and claims he can't be racist because he married and I'm quoting here, slant eye import. Jeff Dillon is 39 and apparently he's a bodybuilder. And in a shocking video, protesters can be seen laying or standing up on the road with signs before Dillon, driving a red 2015 BMW motorcycle, begins to drive up behind them. I think he was arrested for reckless driving. Though he didn't hit anyone, Dillon sparked chaos among the crowd by driving close to protesters, revving his engines loudly. Many rolled to the side of the road to get out of the way before he did a U-turn and came back. Witnesses heard him yelling at the demonstrators, "If you want to go to the hospital, here you go. You'll have health care if you people stop protesting." If you haven't heard by now, he's a huge Trump fan. See, after being detained, the 39-year-old told some of the crowd, "You guys were blocking the intersection. Now you're not. See how that works." Police watching the peaceful protest quickly swooped in with one officer pulling his gun on Dillon before he was handcuffed and taken away in custody. Amazingly enough, and if you look at him, he looks scary. Amazingly enough, he wasn't shot. I'll figure, right?
No one felt in fear for their lives, Chris?
Nobody felt in fear for his lives about this guy. Yeah, he's but that's not the reason why I called this great moments of white privilege. The real reason why I called this great moments of white privilege is this little gem I found here, where the DailyMail.com learned that the heavily tattooed Dillon has called himself Dillionaire and is an avid Trump supporter, and ran a Facebook group called White Privilege Club. So obviously, I had to go find out if this was true. So I can't get into the group because obviously I had the wrong skin color. But they have a Facebook page. And it says here, just like the group, inspired by the social justice and regressive left, our page and group are for white people and those friendly to them to have a chat and laugh together. We do not favor any race. Okay. This group is responsive to the absurdity of social justice warriors. Also, troublemakers can be easily reported by clicking the left arrow, blah, blah, blah. So, again, I can't get into their group because it's a closed group. But, and they only have 1,100 members. But they do have a page. Their page is full of nothing but Make America Great Again bullshit here. And they have a statement here. For the record, this page and group were not run by Jeffrey Dillon. We are trying to contact him, though, to figure out what's going on. Sure, okay with that. They have things like Nigel Farage from, that little cockmuffin from the UK, who's all about exit. They have a lot of that, what was it, like the Pepe the Frog thing? They got a lot of that on their page, so, they're basically quiet Nazis here. They have this interesting post here that says, that has looks like to be a Muslim man that says, I believe a man should take multiple wives and should beat them if he wishes. It has a feminist saying, isn't multiculturalism so enriching and beautiful? Then they have Mike Pence. I prefer not to dine alone with other women, other than my wife. And they had the same picture of the feminist going, oh my God, evil anti-woman patriarchal oppression. Although I don't know any woman or feminist woman who will say that a man beating his wife is enriching and beautiful. But okay. So yeah. So they also have one of those memes that say race relations went bad under Obama, and said Obama did that. So they're
amazing how a black man just existing can make white people racist. Like it twists their arm and forces them to hate him.
Let's see. So here's some of the other posts in here that was in the article. This isn't a racist group or site. It's the exact opposite. It's a celebration of our culture and who we are. You're white people, though, and you do a lot of stealing of other cultures. So.
Our culture just happens to be racist, Chris.
Your cultural heritage is racism, but okay. I'm proud of who I am, my people. Dillon wrote in the group page before we deleted Thursday night. Another deleted post read, yo, white pride, and people look at you like I've got a Klan outfit on, probably because you have. I married a slant eye import.
Because I'm wearing a Klan outfit.
Yeah. I married a slant eye import, an Asian woman, so I ain't racist. Wink. On some of our social media pages, he's seen posting with his wife, a 36-year-old Asian woman named Teresa. He also has a picture of him with a blow-up sex doll because, sure. According to LinkedIn profile, Dylan says he heads Game Link's business development department and is over 8 years experience working in the adult entertainment business and 5 years working for GameLink.com. But elsewhere, he's noted as a firm CEO, but who fuck knows? Yeah.
You can be CEO with a made-up job and you may have your own titles. You can be CEO.
True. So, yeah. Yep. But, yeah, so there's a white privilege club, and they have a page, and they are definitely pro Donald Trump, and they are a bunch. Here he goes, another post. It's fashionable to hate white people these days. Come on, guys, don't be salty because we went to the moon and you didn't, and you wouldn't have gone to the moon if it wasn't for black people. But okay, sure. All right, and if it wasn't for the indigenous people of America, you white people would have starved in the swords of America. But okay, whatever. All right, but we got a lot of that there. So just throwing it out there. White people and white privilege is still a foreign concept to them. So just go fuck yourselves. Just gotta throw it out there. All right, let's move on. Let's get out of here with our Black Women shout out again. Black Women shout out. We shout out Black women and Black women businesses or events or podcasts or anything like that. You can submit to us by emailing us at bwbusiness@mtrnetwork.net. So email us there. We have trying to wait for this one page to open up now. Why is it not opening up? Hold on. Come on.
I'll do mine real quick.
Go ahead and do yours.
I want to give a shout out to all the women who are at NegroCon. I'm looking at these pictures and y'all's presence. I'm so glad that there wasn't one panel that took a stage that was all men. I'm so glad that it looked like a damn near 50-50 split in the room, if not more women. And just thank you for supporting us and being through all this. It was I know my mom was there. I know I think Phenom's mom was there. It was so powerful to have that support system and have everyone come out and represent, and especially the Black women. And I'm so glad that they were such important voices this weekend.
Yeah, I mean,
the women interviewing us for ESPN.
Yeah,
it was all Black women doing that. That was one of the bigger takeaways for me from the whole weekend was, wow, look at all these Black women who love and support us and literally help carry us forward.
Yeah, if it wasn't for Black women, we wouldn't have any of us have the shows we have now
at all.
And it goes across all the shows. So it is truly amazing. We've shouted out Shanna and the doctor. I want to shout out LaToya because she wasn't on stage with us, but she was there and she actually helped us by going to the front and taking tickets along with Petty Kruger's mom. And they helped, corral everybody in, take everybody's tickets, give everybody their drink tickets, give their wristbands and things like that. I mean, like I said, this event wouldn't have happened from us not having our shows and not being able to run it smoothly if it wasn't for Black women. I mean, I think for all of our shows, Black women ran all of the audio for us. So literally, we would not be where we're at without Black women. So yeah, 100% behind everything Dpalm just said with that. Yes, 100%. Not even fucking close. So, all right. So I got a Black woman shout out submission. Danielle Crail. She says she's a Black woman. She has a business and she would like to get some free promotion. She has an online publication called Lush Life HG. It's a website dedicated to Black women learning about and simply enjoying wine. And so you can go to her site is www.thelushlifehg.com. And yeah, she has Instagram. She has photos for when looking for a wine in Vietnam. Don't is the first post. She went to for her 30th birthday. She went to Vietnam. And she has a lot of articles and reviews on wine. So if you're looking for a black woman who's reviewing wine, you want to learn more about this, go to this site and check out. Let's see. She has wine and travel. She has a gallery, lifestyle. Yeah, a lot of stuff here. I think she have restaurants and wine. Let's see what we got here. Yep. It looks like she's also talked about various trips and different places she's done brunch and lunch and stuff at. So, yeah, definitely check this site out. If you want to know more about wine, if you want to talk more to her, please hit her up. I'll give you all of her contact information in the show notes, so check them out. And again, I'm pretty sure there's another woman that Latoya is definitely going to want to talk to for Secret Sauce. So check that out. Alrighty, folks. It's been a great show. Great time. Great to be back. We got a lot of stuff going on here. I'll be back with Dpalm tomorrow on the Unanimous Decision because we're just making it a Kriss and Dpalm MTR weekend on this one. We'll get Shanna and the Doctor on a Super Tuesday to talk some comic book stuff, and they'll also talk about Awesome Con. So they're going to be doing that this week. So you'll get from them, and then hopefully by that time, Dpalm and I'll be back with either another Super Tuesday or we'll be doing part 2 of Peter Parker Character Corner. Where did we say we were going to
12 apparently.
Yeah. Where did we say we were going to end on that one? Do you remember?
We said around Venom.
Yeah, I think we did say around Venom. Okay, cool. I just wanted
it was right after Craven's Last Hunt.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. So that's where we're gonna end up. We're gonna go back through that stuff. So check that out again. The Character Corner 1 is up. Peter Parker Part 1 is there. I just got a text from Jax. He's gonna be on the show on the 8th to talk about his new show. He has a tentative name, but he's want to sit on it for a little bit, so I'm not going to announce the name now, even though it was announced at NegroCon. But he's going to have more information, hopefully, when we're on. Oh, shit. No. That is not great.
Not again. Wait.
No. I'm not trying to troll you. That was an accident.
All right.
Legit accident there. Dpalm, other than me coming up, what do you have coming up on the Unanimous Decision, man?
You're going to be episode 50. We got some pretty good guests coming up. If you followed me over from, and I'm about to commit to this on the podcast, so I guess I have to do it now. If you follow me from Doogie Podcast, you may remember we do a thing once a year called Podcast Week. We're doing it again this year because apparently I hate myself. It'll be announced later on. It probably won't be happening until August, but now that I've said it on the podcast, it has to happen. So there it is.
You guys have it. It's going to be great. It's going to be great, and I did not force him to do this. It was all
the greatest thing ever.
His whole is all Dpalm's idea. So no, we got some great things coming out.
Is this some sort of deep conditioning brainwashing he's done? Because this was my idea, but I can't not blame him.
This is bullshit. It's bullshit. Complete bullshit. bullshit. But yeah. Thank you very much, man, for joining me. Good to be back. We got a lot of stuff coming out on the site. Remember, go to mtrnetwork.net. Insanity Check. You can get the Insanity Check on Stitcher. Just by itself, you can get the Insanity Check on its own feed now. Stitcher, iTunes, Google Play Music. We're all there. Hold on. You know what? I played all around a little bit with trying to put stuff up on SoundCloud. I have 2 episodes up on SoundCloud. I'll see what kind of traction they get. If I start getting traction on SoundCloud from people, then we'll pay for to lift the limits on SoundCloud. But I don't see the reason why I should do it from SoundCloud at this point. But we'll see. Again, you can get us on all those places. We're also on YouTube. You get the Facebook videos. There's plenty of ways to get us. So now there's no excuse not to listen to the shows. So again, email us if you have a. I'd love to hear more from people on the Do You Even Sci-Fi Bro? So if you have a Do You Even Sci-Fi Bro story, email me at mtrailerreviews@mtrnetwork.net, and we'll put that in the queue and we'll read it for next week. So again, guys, thank you guys very much for listening, and stay tuned. We got plenty of stuff coming out here on the network. Until next time, we're out of here. Peace.